Why are Google and Microsoft quietly pouring billions of dollars into India's AI future, while cutting jobs and scaling back projects in the US and Europe? This isn't charity, it's a strategic bet on where the next decade of AI power is going to be decided. Today we break down why big tech is betting big on India's AI boom, and what that really means for jobs, startups, and global power. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because this story is way bigger than just outsourcing. Let's start with the big picture. India has quietly become one of the world's largest pools of AI talent. Millions of engineers, massive STEM graduation numbers, a huge IT services industry that already builds and runs software for half the planet. On top of that, labor costs are lower than the US and EU. English is widely spoken in the tech sector, and the government is openly pushing AI as a national priority through policies, incentives, and Digital India-style initiatives. For big tech, that combination screams one thing: this is where we can build AI at scale, fast and relatively cheap. Now let's break down what Google is actually doing on the ground. Google isn't just hiring a few engineers in Bengaluru and calling it a day. They're expanding AI and research centers in Indian tech hubs like Bengaluru and Hyderabad, building out cloud and data infrastructure to power AI models close to Indian users, partnering with Indian startups, universities, and developers to build tools for India and from India. A big part of Google's India strategy is India First AI. Think about voice search and AI assistants that handle Indian languages and accents. Features in products like Maps, YouTube, and Android tailored for Indian internet conditions, patchy networks, low-end devices, prepaid data. For Google, India isn't just another market, it's a testing ground. If an AI product can work in India's scale, complexity, and diversity, it can be rolled out almost anywhere. And every improvement to search, ads, and cloud AI in India ultimately rolls back into Google's global AI stack. But Google is not playing this game alone. Now let's talk Microsoft. While Google leans heavily consumer and ecosystem, Microsoft's India bet is very enterprise plus infrastructure focused. Here's what they're doing: expanding cloud data centers in India to run AI workloads locally. That matters for speed, regulation, and data residency. Pushing Azure AI services to Indian startups, IT giants, and the government. Training millions of students and professionals on AI and cloud skills through partnerships with colleges, edtech platforms, and training programs. Integrating tools like Copilot into productivity suites used by Indian companies, dev teams, and even government bodies. Their angle is clear. If India is going to be the world's back end for AI development and deployment, we want Azure and Microsoft AI to be the default choice. So while Google fights for your everyday AI interactions, Microsoft is fighting to power the AI infrastructure and workflows behind the scenes. So why is this AI land grab happening right now? 3 big reasons. Number 1, China risk. Western tech companies face political pressure, regulation, and security concerns around heavy dependence on China. India offers a massive, democratic, English-speaking alternative with scale. Number 2, AI compute and data. AI runs on 2 things: huge amounts of data and massive computing infrastructure close to where that data is generated. India has over 1 billion people, with hundreds of millions coming online, generating the kind of diverse data that can train and tune AI models for real-world use cases. Building data centers and AI hubs in India keeps that loop efficient. Number 3, talent and cost. Training top-tier AI talent in Silicon Valley or London is insanely expensive. In India, big tech can tap into a huge pipeline of engineers, train them on their own tools, and lock in long-term talent at a fraction of the cost. Put all that together, and the logic is obvious. If the next wave of AI is about scaling fast, handling billions of users, and deploying into real-world use cases like finance, healthcare, education, and logistics, India is the perfect testbed. So what does all this actually mean on the ground in India? On the plus side, more high-paying tech jobs in AI, cloud, and data, a stronger startup ecosystem with better tools, funding, and mentorship from global players. More AI-powered services tailored for India, from agriculture to telemedicine to small business tools. Massive upskilling programs that could pull millions of people into higher-value digital work. If India plays this right, it doesn't just become a back office for AI development, it can become a core design and innovation hub for how AI is actually used worldwide. But it's not all upside. There are real risks and questions here. First, data and digital sovereignty. If Google, Microsoft, and a few other giants control most of the AI infrastructure, who really owns the intelligence built on top of India's data? Second, concentration of power. If thousands of startups and businesses become dependent on one or two cloud providers for AI, what happens when pricing changes, or access is restricted, or terms of service shift? Third, jobs and inequality. AI can create high-end jobs for engineers, but it can also automate away lower-skilled work. Will the benefits of this AI boom reach beyond a narrow urban tech elite? And finally, regulation. India has to balance being friendly enough to attract investment, while still protecting citizens, small businesses, and long-term national interests. Those tensions are going to shape the next decade of India's AI story. So, zooming out, why should you care about Google and Microsoft betting big on India's AI future? If you're in India's tech, business, or startup world, this is basically a once-in-a-generation infrastructure build-out. AI tools, compute, funding, and global distribution are becoming more accessible than ever. If you're outside India, this still matters, because a lot of the AI services you'll use over the next 10 years, in your job, your apps, your devices, may be built, trained, or maintained out of India, whether you realize it or not. And at the geopolitical level, this is part of a bigger realignment. The AI race isn't just US versus China. It's increasingly about who can combine talent, data, infrastructure, and smart regulation at scale. Right now, Google and Microsoft are making a very clear bet. India is in that race. So, what do you think? Is India on track to become the AI engine of the world? Or is big tech overhyping the story to justify their next wave of expansion? Let me know in the comments. Are you bullish on India's AI future? Or skeptical about how this power balance plays out? If you want more short, fact-checked breakdowns like this on AI, geopolitics, and tech power moves, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This is Wake Up Highlights. High signal updates, no fluff. I'll see you in the next one.